So upgrade means so updating the our HANA SPS version or revision version from one to higher. So why we have to update means in the current existing one, maybe known issues, known bugs. So maybe new features they may introduce SAP. So to get all those things, we have to update the our HANA systems from here. So the currently we for updating the HANA systems, we have to use the HDB LCM tools. We have to use it same HDB LCM tools for installations or upgrade. Same HDB LCM tools only we have to use it here. So already you know when these tools are introduced means from HANA 1.0 SPS 10 onwards these tools are introduced. So for doing the HANA upgrade, normally the softwares we have to download it here. As per the revision, the main revision SPS strategy, once a year, once a year, so new SPS will be released. New SPS will be released. So the last year, so April 2023, SPS 07 released, right? But still, but this year also, I expected April also it will be released, but September, September or September, I think September is 2024, new HANA SPS 2.0 SPS 082 release. So they are going to release on the September. That is what the official note maintenance strategy from the SAP. Okay, but this is what, but this is the they are going to release the new SPS 08. But as of now, we have only SPS 07. We have the maintenance revisions are there here, revisions. So in between, once a year, they will release the new SPS. But in between, if any issues, we have the revisions. We need to apply the revisions here. So how to apply the revisions here in the SAP systems here, right? HANA systems. The main thing is the mandatory thing. Always, I suggest for everybody review the release note. Review the release note of the so HANA latest version of the release note here. Always we need to release the so HANA latest version. Why? Because in the release note you will get the some information, valuable information. What is the your OS version? Why? Because HANA upgrade HANA upgrade will depend on the always will depend on the OS version. Will uh depend on your OS version and your OS kernel. If you upgrade the OS, so kernel also will be upgraded. OS kernel. Okay. Just why I'm mentioning the OS kernel, the SAP kernel. So okay. Why? Because it will depend on the so that's why we always recommend to use the so release the release note of the HANA latest version of the release note. If you read it, you will come to know what are the things, what are the issues, what are the latest functionalities. So all will be fixed. So you will get to know all the information in the HANA in the latest version here, right? So then download the file. That is, we know everybody know how to download the files and everything, right? So let me see the release note here. All right, let's go to the support pack and patches here. Go to the here, then H for HANA. In the HANA, we have the so platform edition, HANA platform edition here. In the platform edition, HANA 2.0. In the 2.0, so HANA database, if you're updating the HANA database, so client, if any add-ons or plugins also we have to update it here. So we are not in the Little Indian, we are in the x64-bit operating systems. The current version is the 78, which is released on the 23rd June, sorry, May, right? So if you see the release note, if you go to the content information or directly you can open the release note also, HANA release notes. So first of all, let me download it so that it will be downloaded. Then we can discuss it out. Okay, it is getting downloaded. You can see the revision note, release note here, right? So here you will get the clear picture here. What is the OS version, right? So OS version, what is the required binaries here? HANA, when upgrading the HANA, always OS level, there is a GCC libraries, either 10 or 11. So GCC libraries, I can say GCC, the library, we have to install it here, right? So library, we have to install it here, library. So that is GCC 10 libraries. That is a very important here. That is also we have to update as part of the OS upgrade that will come in case of, if not come, then we have to mandatory update it. That is called the, so the package name is called the compact C++ library. So we have to we have to update it first of all. This is the very important prerequisite. This RPM package so is the very important prerequisite activity in the OS upgrade, OS related things here, right? So then hardware requirement during the installation time, we know. So you can see clear information here. So if you are upgrading, so you can see what are the issues solved in this revision. So BW, backup recovery related issues here. So then high availability related, scale out, smart data access, general issues. So these all are the issues are fixed in the, so in the revision 78, right? SPS07 patch level 8. So they have fixed this all these issues here. So to know whether your operating system will support or not, here you can see the central node, or
आपकी नहीं रही
you can see the you can see the some, there is a one information here, hardware requirements, the OS releases. So just you can see the OS releases. What is the OS version? And so with the SUSE Linux or Red Hat Linux, the supported operating systems here. So this is updated in the, with a week back they have updated here. So here, what is our operating system versions here, right? RHEL version, Red Hat Linux versions, SUSE Linux supported version here. So all the information will be displayed here. All the information will be displayed here. Ours is the, so 8.8, I think 8.8, 8.9, I think our version, RHL version. So then definitely it will support the SPS07, right? So like that, so we need to check the OS recommendations also. We need to check it out here. OS, the recommended OS operating system versions also, we need to check it out here, right? So also you can see the additional information, the GCC libraries also we need to install it. See here, requirement from the HANA 2.0 SPS07. So right, so very important. These things are very important. If you miss the file downloading also fine. Once the OS update is required, so then we need to update the GCC libraries also. Why? Because if you miss this one, HANA installation will be failed. HANA upgrade will be failed. So mandatory prerequisite is the, so always review the release note. You will get the some clarity what we have to do and everything. So then supported OS version, supported hardware requirements, and product availability matrix, supported operating system packages. As I mentioned, right? What are the packages like GCC libraries and everything, right? So they have given the separate note for the GCC libraries, right? So that is very important. That is the very compact C++. That is the very important actually, right? This is a very important versions here. We may face the this type of issues here. We may face the this type of issues. That's why GCC libraries must, and so sometimes, so operating system will not update this one. We have to manually update it. We need to check manually. We have to update it here, right? So GCC libraries are the very important. Okay, that is what I am telling here. So why? Because we faced it multiple times, issues we faced it because of this one only. So that's why mandatory, make a habit of reading the release note always, so that you will come to know if anyone asks you, so you will come to know all the information which OS supports, what is the operating system versions, what are the prerequisites, Space and all, everybody will tell like we need the free space, we have to download the package, we need to download the software file to the the server level. Anybody can tell, but only thing is the mandatory things are very important here. Mandatory things are very important here. That's what we have to do now. So now, okay, so let's log into the WinSAP, our server level, our Linux. So I need IP. I have to find out the IP. So new RDP server I have provisioned here, so that is in the different host. So you won't face any slowness. I hope so. Let's see. 136. So CD/media. Where is media folder? Okay. So here we have the media folder is there. So let me to make a directory. Hana SPS07 and revision 78. Chmod -R 777 and the folder name. I'm just changing it here. So once you download the package, normally this one, we have to move this package to the respective location here. Right, respective location, we have to move it here. So let me go to downloads here. It's in the downloads folder. The still it is getting downloaded. So it almost done. 3.3 GB. So HANA, any software file, it should be the 3 GB plus 3 plus GB. So it's done. Okay, it's done. So then I'm just moving to the here server level. So always read the release note. Release note is the very important. Just read the release note. So that is the important thing here. So, but so first, so in this case, while this is copying here, while this copying to the, so how much time? Time left. Okay. So while this is copying to the target location, so what we can do, so in case of, so the prerequisite, the space and all, we can check it out at the OS level. Downtime also it's required. Why? Because SAP should be stopped status here. HANA automatically it will be restarted by the HDB LCM process. You don't need to do anything here. So the main thing is the checking the pre-work. Hana upgrade, always the OS upgrade is required. If your OS already in the correct level, you don't need to update the Hana. Sorry, you don't need to update the OS version. So that is the one of the prerequisite. At least this RPM package also we need to check it out here. So in case of then using the HDB LCM tools, we can perform the Hana upgrade and everything here. So in case of so high availability systems, HA systems, replication related systems here. So what we have to do in that case? So you have the primary, you have the secondary, then the replication is configured from here to here. So here to here, the replication is configured here. So then this is the one version, it's both are in the same version. Then in this case, how to perform the so HANA upgrade here. Same as like installation, HANA upgrade, how to perform it here. So to perform these things here, first of all, we have to update the secondary. Secondary, we have to update it. No need to break the replication. Why? Because during the restart time, replication will be broken. Again, it will be reconnected once the system is up. Right? You no need to manually broke it here. Sometimes some organizations, they will properly down it. They will do the secondary, then they will go for the primary like that. They will do it. Some people, if we who don't have the much downtime, then so they can update the secondary first, then primary next, they can update it. So in this case, how the replication will work? As I mentioned here, so replication will work from lower to high, same to same, or same to higher also it should work, right? Higher, same to same, reverse of the water, right? So same to same, either same, both should be the same replication work, or so either target should be higher than source. So then the replication will work. So here, when you upgrade it, this is a higher version, this is the lower version, then it will work. But why? Because the flow is coming from primary to secondary, right? But if you update the primary first, this is the higher version. Then the replication will broke to the lower version. Replication will not happen. You may face the issues. So that is the reason secondary first, next primary. We have to update it secondary first, then so we have to update the next one is the primary. We have to update it here. This way we need to perform the HANA upgrade activities. Okay. That is the one thing. Oh, still it's taking time.
Maybe we can see if there is any doubts. We can utilize this time.
Yeah, now you can ask the doubts. Why? Because this copying is taking the time, right? Another time. So it's copying.
Ravi,
Yes.
as you know, yesterday I was doing the HANA replication. Okay, and I have done it, but the secondary system is actually not coming up. So me and Ashish yesterday connected in the night, and what happens like uh, uh, it's like the web dispatcher is down, and someone, meanwhile, I guess someone is requested for only the web dispatcher. So it's only down, so it's not coming up. So I'm not sure how to do next actually.
Okay. If the web dispatcher is not coming up means, so we need to check the diamond.log file first of all. All the log files we need to review it. Somewhere we will get the clues. Did you review the log files?
Okay.
No, did you check the log files?
Yeah, but daemon.log file I didn't check actually. The all other
Wow.
log files I checked, but this one I went to for a CD trace also. Then I went for web dispatcher, all the trace files also, but there also I did not find anything. So
Yeah, sometimes what happens, actually the secondary is not good actually. So that is stucking some maybe OS version or what sometimes. So the secondary, it's not good actually. It's very, very slow, that secondary. Secondary means that HANA system. So that HANA, that system is not good. That is the one. So I'm going.
and I'm not getting also my status for application whether it's completed or not. When I saw in the prep team, it got initialized. Okay, it said and it got started. It was I saw it's on the sync. And after that, it in the fourth row, I guess, of this HANA replication status, it was showing like error in the HD1, but we are not using HD1, right? In our
Actually, someone
system.
created yeah, that is like, yeah, someone created the one additional tenant in the primary HD1. Okay, that is stopped
Okay.
status created, but they have stopped it here. But secondary also we don't have that database. So that's why that tenant database replication will not happen. That's why you see the maybe HD1 is stopped status or something like that.
Okay, okay. So maybe that in case my replication has done then. Maybe
Yeah,
the
my
issue.
that is the issue. Yeah, that's maybe the issue.
Uh,
So always when we have the issues, then go to the CD trace. Always this logs will be very helpful here. So daemon is the main culprit here, right? So
okay.
this will start the all the process. If other process
Mhm.
are not starting, just have a look at out the daemon file. Why the daemon is giving the error? So why? Because daemon will do the starting status. Daemon will start the name server, compile server, program, index server, access engine, web dispatcher also. It will do all kind of things here. So only thing is whenever the anytime it is spotting, you suppose sometimes you may get the network issues, timed out issues. Sometime like that type of issues comes like, okay, maybe some IP, internal IP or some external IP got changed it. That's why we see the network related issues here. Try to ping once as part of the troubleshooting. Try to ping to the host name. Check whether you are getting the response from the SAP or not. Yeah, I see you are getting the response. So you are
Yes, sir.
getting the response to this one. Check whether you have maintained the same IP in the etc host file or not. Why? Because sometimes different host names, different host files will be created here. 136 here. SAP Linux 136 we have. Okay, fine. Here it is clear. So then check the which process web dispatcher is not starting. Then
Yeah.
next one is the check the web dispatcher log here. So web dispatcher, not the
Okay.
alert log, web dispatcher trace log. You need to check it out.
Yes.
So check the trace log here. In the trace log, let's see what's happening. Just observe it, all the logs. So directly you cannot find out in this ocean. You see here, a lot of things are there here. So you cannot find out. Just observe it here clearly. Where you see the errors. Sometimes web dispatcher initialization failed. If you keep on reading the lines, just reading the lines, somewhere, otherwise you can filter by based upon the timestamp. So you will get the some errors. So if dispatcher is stopped due to some name server, due to daemon is not starting up. So we just go to the daemon. So daemon, why it is failed status, somewhere I can see failed status here, error status here. So if you keep on just checking the logs, we will get the some clues. Based on that, if you Google it or if you check the SAP notes, we may get the some KBA articles, we may get the some clues why it is not starting up, why it is failing. All those things here, we can check it out. Even though you are unable to find out it's a OS level issue, means just go to the cd/var. In the var log messages, you see the cd/var. Here you can go to the log messages, operating system level troubleshooting. Okay, so normally if you ask your Linux guy, they can help you by checking. So but if you have the access, what you can do, you can go to the messages here. The messages, you will get the clear picture here what's happening with the, so my this will give you the clear information here, messages. So messages will give you the clear information. Why? Because OS level, HANA level logs, you check it out, you could not find anything here. Just check the messages here. So here, what's happening with your services failed to start. These all are the databases are manually removed. But we cannot see those databases, but manually they have removed it. But system is unable to start those databases. Why? Because respective folders, files, we manually deleted it here. We manually see here a lot of things. Frequently it is updating. So always the best practice, manually we have to uninstall it. you delete the folders of the databases, data will not stay, but some other services will point it here. So from where you will find out the some clues why it is not starting up, all the information. So messages, definitely you can find out something, where log messages. So let me see where we are. Oh, only 50% completed. So that is the one. And one
So
more
Ravi, I
thing.
just want to ask one thing. Let's say because everyone is using the common server, right? Obviously, but when they are performing this replication, so already the suppose we are in the class and then you are saying something and then the data will already exist, right? If some other guy want to perform replication, how do we do the cleanup? Do we have to do cleanup and do it again?
Yeah, like no cleanup, just unregister, deregister the replication. That's it. Deregistration. There is a disable the replication. There is a options, right? We can use that options. We can execute in the primary that command, deregistration command. Automatically replication will be broken. So then you can just again you can enable it. We can enable it again.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people who don't know who is performing, right?
Yeah, actually, yesterday also same. I was also not aware, but and I re-registered. So what happens
Because
after
HANA
that?
is
It
happening
will.
only for our batch only. So if someone is doing, just to inform in the group, so that
Correct.
others are aware of.
Communication must happen.
Yeah. That's why group communication must be happen. So that others are aware of what we are doing, and others also they can maybe if you are doing something, they can work on the other parts.
Unless people who
Ravi,
are sorry, unless
uh,
people who are available and then want to parallelly do it, like for like they want to make a group call like how we do the class, and then they want to do it again.
Right. Yeah. That's the yeah. That is also we can do it as a group. Also we can perform it.
uh, uh, Ravi, so the secondary system is already registered, and we have to means we are again registering it. It should have to throw an error, right? Or it's not. Means it can be registered.
We need to deregister.
No, yesterday what happens like yesterday it was already registered and I was not aware. Okay, so
Okay, okay.
and I have registered again, but I means what happens there is a no issue with that, but the secondary system I don't know what happened after that. It's not getting anything.
Okay.
Okay, what she meant is, for example, Ravi, let's say we already did in the class, right? Everything we performed, okay, and we did the replication. Let's say
Right.
she's actually trying to pass the keys again and trying to do it again on the same thing. She's
Right, right.
saying whether it will be overwritten or how what happens. She's saying.
It will be overwritten. Always new keys will be overwritten on the existing one.
Okay, now keys are overwritten. Whatever the replication status before is already on, it is active. And now
So,
if the keys are exchanged again, it doesn't start from scratch, right? You have to
yeah,
deregister it, right?
yeah, we have to deregister it. We have to deregister it. Again, we have to register it. We have to deregister and we have to do the we have to do that one. Yes. So whenever suppose keys changes, again we need to unregister. Again we have to register it. That is the thing we have to do that one. Unregister and we have to again register it here. Studio. When Studio is installed, well, it is not showing. Okay, here it will show. Not Studio. Line next one 0 0. So sometimes what happens, your SAP start SRE process system statuses cannot be determined, which means SAP start SRE process unable to communicate to the your host, your like Linux to your Windows host here. That time you see the the status is undetermined, something like that. You will see this type of messages here, which means unable to communicate. So SAP start SRE process only. So this type of things we may get it out sometimes. So in this case, we have to maintain the same IP here as well, Linux also. So if any four walls, firewalls, or ports are blocked status, we need to unblock. So we need to put into the exception list. So all those things we have to do it here. So this is only, it's not the issue with the database. So only SAP start SRV status unable to give the status information in the studio level. It's unable to provide the information. Who will do this one means SAP start SRV process for HANA side that will give you the information here. So that's the reason. So it will give you the unable to determine or something like that. Slash yeah.
Ravi, actually, one doubt from SAP application level. In one of the two interview questions, the questions has been asked like how to configure the SAML.
SAML to configuration.
SAML configuration.
There is a TAML to transaction code, so we can configure it. So in the transaction code, there is a SAML to transaction code. We have to log into the SAML to transaction code. There, we need the XML file, federation XML file from the identity provider, which AD accounts, either AD. First of all, we need to know the what you are going, which accounts. Like we have the many identity providers are there here, like AD, ADFS, like Okta. So the number of identity providers are there. So which identity provider you are going to integrate? So that identity provider. So from that identity provider, you need the XML file, the federation XML file you required. That we have to import to the SAML to transaction code. Then while you are doing the SAML to transaction code, SAP side, it will generate the some data. So one more XML file. That XML file we have to import into the SAP side. So these things we have to do it.
Okay, and for this we require the metadata file, which is provided by them, right?
Right. Metadata is required.
So can we do this?
Which one?
So can we do this configuration here?
No, not possible. Not possible. We require the identity provider, right? Subscription, we require identity provider subscription and everything. So that's not possible actually. So if you want to try in our SAP systems, you can go to the SAP system. So I will share some documentation. You can try with this one, but we need the identity providers and everything, right? So the steps and all, if you want to review, just you can check it out. So, but
Okay.
that's required. The identity provider configurations are required.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So what are you using, Ravi? SAML2 or OIDC?
Which one? SAML2 configuration.
Yeah, but there is also other one, right? OIDC in your organization. Are you using OIDC or SAML2? Even for
SAP's.
user ID.
Oh, okay. OIDC, I'm not sure. What is that?
Okay, it's a open ID connect, just
Okay.
like SML2. Just wanted to share the recently I told you, right, we were doing these conversions.
Right, right,
We
right.
are going to S4 migration. So our client first they were using OIDC and then we suggested them to use SAML2. But
Okay.
at the end of the go live, they're again asking for this OIDC.
Oh,
So
is
we
it
are
free
again trying to
OIDC?
confirm. No, it's not free.
Oh,
You have to purchase it. That's the reason. See, SML2 we did, but before at the start OIDC they configured, they couldn't do it, and they approached us, and then we did SML2, and then again they're asking for, because now they're asking. Yeah, SML2 is actually working fine, but they want OIDC because they purchased it. We already purchased it. We don't want to waste our money. Please do
no.
this. So we
Okay.
have to do it again.
Okay, got it.
Yes, Murali. Hi. I think Murli wants to ask something. He's messaging.
Yes, Murli. You can ask meanwhile.
Like slash etc slash hoster, we have another file like slash etc slash services, I guess, Ravi. So there also we have the same IP address and all things are there.
No. That is the services means the gateway services, message services details we have to maintain in that case. There we have to maintain. That services details we have to maintain there. So like your ports, messages, those details. So we have to maintain in that case. In that details, also we have to maintain.
Okay, yeah. You installed another server, Ravi, so it's the same IP or we have the different one for it?
Same
That is
logins, same credentials, it will work.
same credentials. Okay.
Okay, it got installed. So then we can start our work. So media folder. In the media folder, we placed it. Let me give the permission here. HO. So nice. So just changing the ownership to the HDB ADM. Why? Because I need to extract it. So that's why I'm using this one. And chmod -r777. Why? Because folder I am giving the permission. So that's why I used the -r. -r is for the folder level. If you want to give the permission, you can use it here. Then cd/media/ the folder. Then we can extract it using the SAP car -xvf and the command so that it will be extracted. Once extracted is done, it will create a one folder when it is extracting HANA database. So then we can do the using HDB LCM tools will come automatically. So then we can start the we can use the HDB LCM tool for installation purpose. Sorry, installation or upgrade also we can use it. So ours is the 2.00. So 77. Now we are updating to the 78. So here operating system version for Linux version. See here Linux version 8.10. So how to check the Linux version means etc OS release. So if you want to check the what is our Linux release. So then you can go to the cd/etc cat etc OS hyphen release. Then you will come to know the your Linux version here, your version RHEL version you will come to know here. So using this one, so we can do that one. Okay, RHEL version. Okay, it is extracted. So in extraction, it will create the HANA DB folder here. So HANA installation can be done, sorry, HANA upgrade can be done using root user only. Make sure you need the root user. Also, you need the system user you required. Anyhow, ignore command, we will use it. Say check underscore signature underscore so file. Why? Because licensing file. There is a signature.smf file that will not come as part of the SAR file. That will come in the installer file here. So I think I wrongly used that signature check underscore signature underscore file. So if you don't use it, so I think it will work. Let's see. Why? Because installation time it will fail it. So now you are updating. Our version is the 2.0078. Currently we are in the 77. So just check the 0. Then yes, username, then password. That's it. Username and the password. So do you want to continue? Yes. See here, HANA database secure storage SSFS keys. So here, why? Because it's a file system level encryption mechanism, SSF keys. So the confidential data, secure data will be secured here using the SSF keys. So that is the SSFS. So here now see all are updating here. So just only it's very simple actually. We can also use the HANA HDB LCM also we can use it, or HDB UPD also we can use it. In the installation kit, you will get the UPD, uninstallation setup, all those things. So HDB LCM tools are the new one actually. So we can use HDB LCM or UPD update, uninstallation. So all those things we can use it for updating our binaries packages one version to another version. So before that, we need to stop the SAP application. Why? Because SAP HANA will be restarted. So definitely we need to bring down the SAP application. So then you can no need to stop the HANA. Why? Because if you stop the HANA, so system will not able to connect it. So means HDB LCM tool will not able to connect to the HANA system. So HANA should be up and running. So then when you are starting, once the update is done, system itself will restart it automatically by HDB LCM process will be do that one. So only thing is you need the root user and system user passwords are required. Root user and system user passwords, and this binary should be up to date. Download the latest file, move to the application server level, operating system version is different. These things you need to remember. Only these things you should remember, then upgrade will work well. Updating the binaries here. This will take time. Here you can observe it, what is going to happen here next. So SAP host agent, Python, runtime, product, binaries, data quality. So then now updating the package of the binaries here. Then data quality package. Then KRB5. Then installer, INA files, HDB, CCT, documentation. So like that, it will update whatever we have. So all those will be updated here. This will be updated. So the installation log files will be written into the, so the /var temp folder. We have the, so the installation logs will be, installation or upgrade logs will be updated. So there, if any issues there, we can check it out. Otherwise, here also, if the error occurs, the logs will be so displayed here as well. Okay. So language config files. Then once it is done, then restarts. Simple, very restarts. These two are left. These two packages.
Ravi,
Yes.
these all things you implemented in secondary system, huh? This one.
Which one? This one. This database. Yeah, it is there. It is there, but I stopped it. That the secondary database, the some CPU issues we are getting. I stopped it actually. I will start it. I will bring up that system. That required some OS upgrade is required. Some OS patching or some. The CPUs are getting stuck. It's an old infrastructure actually. So the last week I brought one new hardware i7 processor. So it is very speed. Now you're in the that host only. Your jump server is on that host only. So I thought of it will give you the better performance. So, but let's see. It's a i7 Intel Core i7 processor.
Okay.
i7 which generation, Ravi?
8th generation or something is there. 8th generation.
Oh, you bought 8.
Yeah, i7 8th generation.
Is it expensive? Because we have 10th, 11th, 12th also.
Yeah, but you have 11 is the latest, I think. 11 or 12. i7 11 or 12 is the latest, but it's not much latest, but it's N-3 or N-4 is there. So stopped it. It is starting the services again. So starting the one process, starting the daemon. See here, daemon. Then remaining process. So we can check it out. If we go to the system DB, anyhow, name server is up. We can check in the system DB. So then system, it should be up, but let's see whether it is up or not. No, it's not up. So it is starting now. As soon as name server is up, then we can able to connect to the system database. So once as soon as this is up, so name server. Cannot access the host on the system. So 00 SAP Linux 100 system DB. At least system DB is up, then you can see the versions. That's fine. But let's see the starting mode. But let me check in the here HDB ADM. So then HDB space version. Okay, it will display the version information. So we have the latest version is displayed here. So which means HANA database got upgraded to the 78 from 78. Okay, it got upgraded. So only thing is if database is up, then so we can see the version in the studio level as well. Studio level also we can see it here if the database is up. Okay. So now it's starting. Okay, anyhow, you can check it out. No. HDB space info. Only name server.
Means for this data should database should be up, then we have to add this system.
Right. So all the process should be up. So I think replication still enabled, I guess. See here. Something is there. No, not visible. But anyway, it's starting mode. Let's see. Yes, it's connected now. So now you can see the version now. Okay, I think all are getting up. Yeah, replication is active. So that's why I run in the replication. Actually, you should not do this kind of things in the real time if the replication is active. Okay, so see 78. So 78. If you refresh this one, 78 will come. Okay, system DB it is reflected. So this is the way we have to do the upgrade. So system will be do restart automatically. So we can find out the version information here. If we go to the statistics, properties, version history, we can see the when you updated the version, when you updated the 78, 77, all the information you will see here. Okay, version history. So this is the way we have to update the HANA systems here. Okay, so this will run quite some time. So that's it for any questions, anyone?